Sierra Sea sold out all flats on launch day, boosting new home sales, but secondhand prices just keep falling. Will this go on? Keep watching to find out. Hi, I'm Bobo and welcome back to our weekly recap of Hong Kong real estate. This week, we're looking at the weekend's key first-hand transactions, the sellout success of Sierra Sea in Sai Sha, and ending with a review of the secondary market. New weekend sales were dominated by Sierra Sea in Sai Sha. The first price list, which included 318 units, sold out on the same day, along with special units sold via tender. The development sold a total of 323 units, accounting for 90% of all first-hand deals over the weekend. This surge pushed the weekend's transaction volumes to an 8-week high. During the first sales round, 97 buyers purchased 2 or more units, with 61 of them spending over 10 million Hong Kong dollars. Among the 5 special units sold via tender, one buyer spent around 32 million Hong Kong dollars to purchase 2 penthouse units. The highest priced unit was located in Block 3 on the 29th floor, Unit D, measuring 996 square feet in size with a 226 square foot terrace and a 762 square foot rooftop. The flat was sold for 19.43 million Hong Kong dollars at around $19,500 per square foot. Following the successful launch, the developer released the fourth price list, which includes 133 units, with sizes ranging from 301 to 700 square feet. The discounted prices for these units range from 3.27 million Hong Kong dollars to 8.76 million dollars, with a price per square foot ranging from around 10,100 to 13,100 Hong Kong dollars. The average discounted price per square foot is $11,588, reflecting a 0.8% increase compared to the previous price list's average of 11,498 Hong Kong dollars. A comparison of the new and old price list shows that the latest batch was launched at similar prices to the earlier ones. For example, Unit D on the 9th floor of Block 2, with a saleable area of 591 square feet and a 3-bedroom layout, is priced at 7.268 million Hong Kong dollars, which is nearly identical to the price of a lower floor unit on the previous list. Other notable sales over the weekend included projects with steady demand, such as Uptown East in Kowloon Bay, which sold 5 units, High Park, which sold 4 units, and Mori, which sold 2. Phase 2 of Tai Po's Lamont recorded a sale of a unit in Block 6 on the 2nd floor. This unit measured 367 square feet with a 1-bedroom layout and sold for 4.09 million Hong Kong dollars at around 11,150 Hong Kong dollars per square foot. In Mid-Levels West's University Heights, a high-value transaction occurred via tender. A unit in Block 1 on the 12th floor with a saleable area of 1,584 square feet and a 4-bedroom layout was sold for 79 million Hong Kong dollars at around $49,800 per square foot. The weekend's focus on new launches caused a noticeable drop in second-hand property transactions. According to data from Hong Kong's 4 major property agencies, the weekend transaction volume for the city's top 10 blue-chip housing estates recorded up to 10 deals, averaging a decrease of 2 transactions compared to the previous week. Recent data reveals that second-hand property prices remain under pressure. The Rating and Valuation Department reported that the private home price index for March stood at 284.2 points, representing a monthly decline of 0.49%. This marks the 4th consecutive month of declines, bringing the index to its lowest level in over 8.5 years. Compared to the same period last year, prices have dropped 8.2%, with a cumulative decline of 1.7% for the first quarter of this year. The index is now 28.61% below its historical peak of 398.1 points set in September of 2021. According to Derek Chan, head of research at Rika Corp Properties, although the market performed relatively well in late March, transaction prices showed limited improvement. Additionally, entering early April, the escalation of the US-China trade war and sharp declines in global stock markets, including Hong Kong stocks, dampened market sentiment. Chan predicts that the downward trend in property prices will likely continue into the second quarter, though the rate of decline may narrow, and he estimates that home prices could drop by around 3% in the first half of the year. Recent transaction data further highlights the downward trend in property prices. For instance, in Tuen Mun's Tai Hing Gardens, the latest deal set a nearly 9-year low. A low-floor unit in Phase 1's Block 4 of 428 square feet with a 2-bedroom layout was sold for 2.85 million Hong Kong dollars at around $6,600 per square foot. This transaction marks the first time a unit of this type has fallen below 3 million Hong Kong dollars since early 2016. For comparison, a similar unit in Block 1 sold for 3 million Hong Kong dollars in 2016. However, the original owner of this unit had held the property for over 18 years, having purchased it in November of 2006 for 760,000 Hong Kong dollars. So despite the recent decline, the seller still secured a paper profit of 2.09 million Hong Kong dollars. Next, a notable transaction involving a 3-bedroom unit was recorded at Rhine Garden. A mid-floor unit in Block 2 of 681 square feet was recently sold for 4.92 million Hong Kong dollars, or 7,225 Hong Kong dollars per square foot, marking a 13% drop in value. The original owner had purchased the unit in 2017 for 5.65 million Hong Kong dollars, resulting in a loss of around $730,000 after holding the property for 8 years. In contrast to the declining property prices, the rental market shows signs of continued growth. The Rating and Valuation Department's rental index for March reached 193.3 points, marking the 4th consecutive month of increases. The index recorded a monthly rise of around 0.1% and an annual increase of 3.42%. The first quarter of this year saw a cumulative rise of 0.42%. Market experts predict that the rental index will continue to climb in the second quarter, driven by an influx of international students searching for rental properties starting mid to late quarter 2. It is expected that the rental index will rise steadily on a monthly basis throughout the quarter, with an estimated quarterly increase of 1.71%. For more information on the secondhand market, stay till the end of this video for this week's recap of secondhand transactions across each district. That's all for this episode. See you in the next.